So we're back.
Yes.
Another week. But today we are going to talk about something slightly different. I noticed a lot of you have been asking my opinion on Kate Marie, or Adaptive Kate, as you might know.
Where to begin?
This creator discovered the fact that Kate Marie has been lying about her mom having Munchausen by proxy, allegedly. So y'all, we were duped.
Yeah, pretty much.
Big time. All of us.
Yep.
It's very disturbing, right? Especially when you've really advocated for someone. Because I didn't like the thought that she was being bullied by a larger creator, right? What I think is very interesting is she said Gypsy had stole her story. But really, the entire time, she stole Gypsy's story. But Gypsy's story was just that, a story that she made up while she was sitting out for the 8 years. She didn't even credit that girl her 8 years of work.
Girl, well,
she sat in the big house for 8 years for this story. You gonna just take it from me?
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry, Gypsy. I'm sorry that she said she took.
Yeah.
I'm sorry she took your story. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Yeah.
And now they're friends. Can you imagine? They're like, my story's real. My story's real.
It's crazy on crazy like that. Yeah. Well, they say no honor among thieves. I tell you. So,
no.
Them too.
I think the most disturbing thing to me is like, this person had my number.
Yeah.
You know, this person I let vent. This person I allowed to vent on the phone for hours. I let her, vent through text. Like I let her, and I wasn't, I was just an ear to listen to, because I know a lot of people saw the text messages and they were like, oh, well, she wasn't really, saying too much, but I wasn't, because she was just venting, right? Yeah. And this was never personal for me, right? I was just reporting what was going on. For her, it was personal, and I understood that.
And you listened, and the whole thing, she made it up. That whole thing was play pretend.
All of the time where I was like, I'm sorry, girl, that you're going through this. Like, you were just playing on people's heartstrings.
Pretty much.
And then when I spoke on it, people were upset. Not a lot of people.
Yeah.
There were a few people. Most of my followers knew where I was coming from because they seen me really advocate for her.
Right.
Only the fakes were the ones that didn't get it, because they were like, oh, she brought up her child and blah 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 blah. I didn't bring up her child specifically. What I said was Children's Services was involved and her daughter was with her brother, and I was saying that to show people the poor decisions that she was making. Because for you to be in a situation like that and turn around and befriend someone that unalived their mom, to me that shows a lack of decision making.
Was that the thing she was on TikTok going on about? And, Okay.
And I had every right to be mad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
And I think it's crazy that people will say, oh, why would, Nina even say all that? Why would Nina do this, that, and the third? But if you weren't there listening to her bullshit all the time, you couldn't understand why. It's irritating when somebody uses your damn time that you barely have any of to play victim and sit there and bold-faced play with you.
I'm just thinking about how much pleasure she got to get your empathy for her.
Yeah, like that angers me.
The whole thing.
And I think one of the things that bother me, and like I said, I don't have anything against this creator at all. But that bothers me is that she's like, oh, we need to handle her with empathy and care and show. No, she took advantage of that. No. This isn't like somebody slaps you, you turn the other cheek. No, that is not how that goes.
Right.
When people show you who they are, you believe them.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't, to say handle her with care, and it's basically allowing someone to manipulate you, put yourself to the side.
Yes.
And basically become a people pleaser. I'm not people pleasing nobody.
I heard an interesting analogy. If somebody hits you and you broke your leg, is the ambulance going to come deal with you or deal with the person that broke the leg? They're going to come deal with you. So why are we always going to the other person? You hit me. You hurt me.
Right.
I'm the person that needs the care.
Right.
So yeah, why are we tending to the other person?
Yes, I feel like that is someone that, you know, they subject themselves to being abused.
Yes.
Like, I'm not someone that co-signs on being abused or co-signs on thinking it's okay for people to mentally abuse you or take your kindness for weakness.
And you didn't reach out to her, she reached out to you. So...
And then she tried to lie about it. I legit had to show the text messages and the screenshots to prove that she was lying on me. Because everyone thought, not everyone, my followers knew, but other people thought that I was lying. That's why I released those texts, for people to see, no, she was lying.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you go around going after people.
Like,
already.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah, no, the information
like,
comes
I
to
create
you.
my content takes me a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I create my content and I go about my business. But you don't see me doing extremely long videos.
Yeah.
You don't see me sitting on lives for hours.
Yeah.
You don't see any of that from me because I don't have time for that.
Yes, yep.
So you know what I'm saying? So the fact that she took that and took advantage of my time, she took advantage of my empathy and sympathy for her, and literally just did all that and then said, oh, you're a hater, I'm besties with Gypsy. I didn't really care if she was friends with Gypsy, but now she calling everybody else crazy. And the real crazy person is you, the one that's making up the story and stealing folks' story. That's the crazy person.
And your mama don't know nothing about this.
That's another thing. Like you like, it's just, I don't know if I'm bothered by it. Like, I'm bothered that you wasted my time. You used my followers. You manipulated my followers. You know, I would always tell them, go follow her, support her, show her love. She needs it. Like, I value my followers and my community.
Yes.
And for you to use them, it's not even just me. You have used almost 200 and something thousand followers I have on TikTok. And then however many followers I have or subscribers I have on YouTube, you use them. You took advantage of their kindness.
Yeah.
And to me, that's ultimately a big problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it also, for me, I feel like it makes it bad for any other victims. But I also, because I would not, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if I would advocate for someone else. And if I did, I would have to see, it would have to be very clean cut. And it has to be like very out there. These are the facts. This is how everything
a lot of
is.
details, a lot of information.
Yeah, like I would have to see it, because now I understand why larger creators do not want to put stuff like this on their platforms.
Yeah, I get it.
And then also, like, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, it's just too much.
Well, you know, we said
I mean, my followers were in her comments telling her, you're such an inspiration, you're so strong, we support you, we're here for you. Like, you did all that and still knew that you made this whole thing up. And I get it, mental health is serious. But she deliberately and willfully made up these stories.
Well, she was an inspiration, and she got inspired by Gypsy Rose. You killed her mom.
So one of the things that really was a huge red flag to me with her was when I saw her making those videos as a joke One was like, oh, you know, my leg was bitten by a bee, and that's what happened. And then one was like, it was eaten by an alligator. Like, she was making up all these stories. And she's like, oh, this is the honest truth. But the very last one that really made me feel like a true fool was when I seen her nub flying across the screen. And homegirl said she was slapping Fancy with her nub. That's when I was like, you know what, Nina? There's not plenty of times I could say you was a fool, but this one right here, you was a fool for ever believing any of this.
So that's when you questioned everything.
No, I was questioning the whole thing because I was like, this girl's taking this for play.
Girl.
When I say, girl, I have to find the video for you, but I literally seen her nub fly across the damn screen. And all I could think was, this girl's taking this for a joke.
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder if she really have a leg and this is edited.
Girl.
Like, you know,
Girl.
I was questioning a lot of things that day, so when this came out, it was kind of like, oh.
But listen, that content creator, she said a lot. She said a lot.
No, she did, and she really did her
Yes.
due diligence.
Yes.
Because
I said she was thorough. She was thorough in making up this story.
She definitely did her due diligence. Like,
even in her own personal life, she targets certain people.
Yeah,
to use them. You know, like
yeah.
You know, to sit there and creatively make up this story how your mother abused you, and then go text the mom and tell her, hey,
you should be writing movies. Like, what do you do? Why?
She was going to Hollywood with the story.
Child.
Okay, all right.
Girl.
So I'm like, wow, you creative like that? I could never sit there and just lie to people just to get attention. But that's where you see people are mentally.
Oh yeah.
Ah, my goodness. And she went to several people interviewing. She went to, you know, like, she really took this story to a whole nother level.
Like, she was like, oh.
Wow. Yeah. So I don't know, girl. I don't know. Are you okay?
I just know that that whole situation really bothered the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And not only that, when I had a response, there were people that were upset about my response.
Yeah.
When I feel like I was entitled to feel it whatever way I felt.
You felt right.
But the fact that people felt like I should do things the way they would do it. Not realizing they were not sitting on the phone with her for an hour or 2 hours during the day when you had other things to do, but you wanted her to feel like somebody gave a damn. They weren't there for that. They weren't there when she was blowing up my phone saying, Bree just posted this, Bree just posted that, you know, where she was looking for someone to defend her. Like, they weren't there for that. So a lot of people have a lot of things to say, but until you have to deal with it, I don't want to hear it. And I don't really care about how you feel, because I said what I said and I stand on it.
But rightfully so, you should be.
Because I don't like people taking advantage of me. I don't like people taking advantage of my kindness or my weakness, or, you know, taking my kindness for weakness. And I do understand the other creator that did do these videos said that she feels as though we should handle her with care and love. But when we did, she took that for advantage. Why would you keep giving somebody something that they're throwing in the trash? So that means, to me, that sounds like you're a people pleaser and you will subject yourself to abuse. I am not that person.
No.
And anybody that knows what's healthy, they know it's not healthy to allow people to abuse you and still feel like you owe them that to be there. No, because that all people that do what she does is they will continue to manipulate you. So handle with care. No,
it's true. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, she even wanted you to get in the middle of the stuff.
But how many times did she call me like, oh, someone posted this, or did you see this? And I felt bad because she genuinely was concerned. You know, I felt like she really was concerned and she was worried. Like, and all of that was fabricated? Yes, you're going to be pissed.
Because you know when you go hard for somebody, you go.
And
hard
I'm
for
gonna
them.
listen. When it comes to me, if I ride for you, I ride for you. 10 toes down. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So for her to take advantage of that,
yep. Because she was gonna ride,
and then try to get online and say we crazy.
Yeah.
We the ones that need help.
Yeah. Yep.
We are the problem.
Yep. After she did that, she got on that and then went to talk about you. I said,
like a dog. Okay. So not only did you, because I honestly really didn't care that she was friends with Gypsy. Girl, if you do you, okay?
Yeah.
But when you start calling other people crazy, when you the one that flipped the script.
Yeah. Because even when you came and told me she's friends with Gypsy, I said, hold on, wait. I said, what?
Yeah, your face said everything that day. I remember the way you looked at me. You were like, what?
She was friends. I said, Lord have mercy. Yeah, you have every right to be. Listen, she needs to get what she gets.
And I know if I feel like that, I know her friends that have been friends with her for years or whatever, like they would be really bothered. I could just imagine how her mother feels. Because I'm just some random girl off the internet that was trying to help her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really, reality is I don't know her like that.
Yeah.
But people that really truly know her and to know all this time this girl been lying.
Do you imagine
that would make you really be like, I need to vet every single friend.
But imagine you
like if you told me your daddy beat you, I need a video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna need to see the receipts.
Right. But you're a mom, you're home, minding your own business. You got people hating on you and stuff. You're like, well, what is going on?
And then you have literally people attacking me for you abusing and using me, my platform, my followers, and my emotions.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And my time.
Yeah. This is why I have a great disdain for manipulative people, because it's not just one thing.
It
yeah
is despicable.
Yeah.
To me, that is like scum of the earth behavior.
Yeah, because it's layers.
Because nobody in this world owes you a damn thing. No, and if anybody gives you, whether it's their time, their money, their empathy, their sympathy, or even just 2 kind words, it was something that they gave you that they didn't have to give you.
Didn't have to do it. That's right.
And to take advantage of that, to me, is despicable.
Yeah. Yep.
That is like, to me, the worst of the worst.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to do it to that level.
Yeah. And
like, I can't respect that.
And it's so important for people to understand who you give access to you is important.
Yes, like you don't, and I'm already a very selective person with who's in my circle. Like if people really notice, I don't really associate with a lot of creators. Like I don't get myself in the mix of other people because I know what the internet will do. I know what these people will do. Yeah. They will stab somebody in the back and then turn around and befriend them. Yeah. And then do it again and then befriend them. I'm not that person. Yeah. Once you show me who you are, I believe you. I don't give people second chances. I take it for what it is that very first time. Yeah. Because that very first time you showed me who you were, once you give a person another chance, they do the same thing and you'll be looking crazy. Yep. Nah, I've learned my lesson. Once you show me who you are, that's it. It's a done.
Yep.
Like I don't let people stab me in the back and I turn around and befriend you. I don't do none of that.
You're not.
Nothing about me is fake. And when I ride for you, I ride hard for you. So I'm not gonna ride hard for anyone that I have to question at all.
Yeah, you're not using my life as a show.
No,
we're not doing that.
Yeah, you could go do that with somebody else. Yeah. But I know what boundaries are. I know what healthy boundaries are. And so I'm not going to allow anybody to misuse me and abuse me. Yeah. I'm not a people pleaser at all.
Girl, let me tell you.
And it's taken me years to be like that. And because it's taken me years to be like that, I will never ever let somebody compromise me.
Yep.
And the fact that people will want to, it's and you know what's so crazy? What kind of really pissed me off with this whole situation is I was kind of mad at myself for reacting. Not that I felt like I wasn't entitled to feeling the way I felt.
Yeah.
I was mad at myself because once I found out that the Blanchards were trying to target people close to me to intentionally trigger me to react, that's what pissed me off. Yeah. Because one thing I do know is true power is learning how to control your emotions. Yes. So to let somebody trigger me like that, I will never care enough about a person on this app to let them do that to me. Yeah. Because I learned a huge lesson with that. I learned a huge lesson with her. Yeah. Because to let somebody, because I allowed her to upset me to that point. That I can't even put on her. I have to put that on me. Yeah.
But I mean, it's not that you got upset and then you lashed out.
Right.
You know, I think I own that you got, because it's upsetting.
Right.
It's upsetting. Right. But you didn't go and lash out and say something. You go and do, you didn't do all of that.
And I feel like that's where, once I knew it was a setup and she was just a pawn in the chess game, is when I realized I was like, you got to do better. You cannot let nobody ever do that. And I'm a relatively calm person. A lot of things don't bother me. Like, I mean, I don't really care about nothing. Everything's a joke to me anyway. But for me, I looked at it and I said, wow. Yeah.
You know what really pisses me off though, is that these people don't add no value to you.
And they take. And that's one thing about people some people that I don't like is when people take and take and take and take and don't give you nothing. And that's exactly what she's done. Yeah. Because she didn't help my platform at all. Nope. And really, if I didn't have such a strong community, she would have discredited everything I've worked for. And that alone pisses me off.
Yeah. Yep. Because now she took from you, and then she tried to discredit you to take some more from you. And that's the part that I just can't. I can't.
No, like that's upsetting.
I cannot.
That is upsetting.
Yes.
That is extremely upsetting. And the fact that you did that when I showed you kindness, and that alone is why I will not show her kindness. I will not be gentle. I will not be caring, because I don't owe her that, and nobody owes her that.
Yep. Want to step on your back for views. Hello. You gotta know what it is, people. You gotta know what it is. And I can see if you're doing something that you really like gonna get a bag. You winning. These people out here with chicken change, and they doing the most. It's too much to me.
And I honestly, ever since that incident happened, if you notice, I didn't speak on her on my platform at all. Yeah. And for that one reason. Yeah. Because I just felt like it is what it is. She did what she did. Yeah. And I'm just moving on from it.
But I think we talked about this too. You have to look at these people as they're sick. It's a mental illness. She's a disabled person. She's disabled. There's nothing you can do about that. You can't do anything about that.
But I also feel like the situation with her daughter, she was honest about what was going on, but she wasn't honest about why it was going on. And I think the only reason why she did that is because she knows I went through stuff with Melania's dad. But my situation had nothing to do with any type of abuse, anything. Him and I were married before. Yeah. And it had everything to do with that. Yes. Yeah. And that kind of, like, to even just know, okay, I'll pull on her heartstrings because I know this is something dear to her. Yeah. I mean, truthfully, I think Kate is a narcissist. And you can't show people like that empathy. You can't show people like that care, because they take advantage and use that. Yep. And that's where I really stand with that situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not telling anybody to go over there and yoke her up or nothing, but what I'm saying is I don't support that.
It's a no.
It's a no for me as far as like, oh, are you okay? No, I'm not doing that because I'm not going to allow her or anybody else to abuse me.
Yep, nope. You have every right to be upset.
If it comes between you and me, I'm going to pick me every time.
That's right, every time.
So... that's that on that, y'all. Girl. But that
live and learn, right?
Girl, that was like the first video I watched. I was literally sitting there in shock.
Yeah.
Like because I kind of like Sir Morbid. Was like, I kind of question this whole story now. And I understood where he was coming from. Like I truly understood. But I felt bad discrediting her. Like I genuinely was like, okay, she's a shitty person, but I don't feel like we should discredit her. But I understand why you feel that way. So I can't even be mad that you feel that way. I understand why. So I was like, okay, even though I feel this way about her, I don't feel like, and that bothered me because I'm like, that's why when I saw the nub fly, I was like, what am I missing? Like,
what am I watching?
I knew at that point. Either something was wrong with her. Or something was wrong with me. And I was like, I'm starting to feel like it's her.
But something's wrong, right? Something is wrong.
Like, just something's a little bit off. And that was, to me, just...
I wonder how far she was going to take this story.
I mean, was she even sober when she did that video? Because I just feel like that video was so outlandish. No, I'm telling you, when I seen... the video starts and all you see is a nub flying. I know it sounds like I'm trying to be funny, but I am so for real.
I cannot.
And then she said, stop it, Fancy, stop it. And I was just like, incredible. What am I watching?
Yo.
Like when I seen her face, I was just like,
I gotta see this video. This is
I was like,
funny.
Nina, are you an idiot? Because I'm starting to feel like you a fool.
Yeah.
Because if you believe this story and this girl literally had her nub fly all the way in the air and act like she was slapping Fancy, something is wrong with you, Nina. Something ain't right with you. If you still believe this, but then I was like, was she really? But the sad part about it is it makes me question, is Munchausen by proxy even really real? I hate to say it. Because I don't want to discredit anyone that is going through it. But I haven't seen a single case where it was really real. So it just like a question for me.
It's like a convenient cop-out.
So it just, but then again, if someone that really suffered it came to me, unless I seen 1000% proof, I wouldn't advocate for it.
And that's the problem, because now you have the person who is actually a victim.
It's like they can't get help because people aren't very trusting.
Girl, that's why I said these manipulations, they have layers to it because it spreads out to other things, you know, like
and that it'll make you say, okay, because I knew she had tagged Mama Tot and Mama Tot wouldn't speak on it. And I was wondering, I was like, wow, Mama Tot normally helps with everything. But the fact that she hasn't, why hasn't she? And now I understand it. I know why she protects that space that she's in and why she won't do that.
Well, listen, it goes to show you can't believe everything you see.
But this is on another level. You know what I'm saying? Because this, and the sad part about it that's so messed up is that questioning victims is frowned upon. So it makes it like,
well, they make it worse for everybody. So because you really do think of the legal system. Who's really the blame? Who's really the bad guy, the good guy? Now, if there's a domestic dispute, they come out, they just arrest everybody. You know what I mean? So it's that blurred line that you got to fall into, and just this is where you got to trust your instincts and really ask questions.
And you know what's crazy is I was a little leery of her in the beginning. She reached out to me in January. I didn't speak on her on my platform until March because I was leery about her the whole time. And now I'm like, dang, you should just stuck with that being leery. You should have just trusted yourself and not felt, because I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I finally was like, damn, they calling her Peggy Leggy. They're like really being mean.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, like, okay, I'm watching this. I've seen it, right? Now I gotta speak out, is what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still stuck on how she turned it around and went after you. It's like,
and all of my followers. Talking to, we're done. We have time to waste. We're low lives. Girl, what? Only low lives make up stories, but that's another topic for another day. So
it's too much.
I said what I said, though.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well,
and Sir Morbid was right. He called it from the beginning.
Done with that.
I'll give Sir Morbid that. Sir Morbid was right from the beginning. That man said, I'm starting to question. And I was like, I can't do that.
Maybe he saw that leg flying. Because that's too much.
Sir Morbid had one up on me that day. Child. He was like,
oh, God.
I don't know about that.
Listen, you live, you learn, and you live another day, right? So, hey.
That girl made a donkey.
Girl.
Child, a donkey. I'm sorry to all of my followers to subjecting y'all to this girl with her story.
And this is, we're not going to keep talking about it. But when you really peel back the layers of the person, like, look at who we listening to. Who is this? Who is she? Like, a nobody trying to use other people to be somebody.
And really could have discredited everything that I have worked for. Yeah, like all of, if I didn't have such a strong community, and you think about it, she could have discredited me from everything I've worked for.
Over a nobody. We not doing it, people.
That's like, the thought of that, when I really sat back and thought about that the other night, I was kind of shook.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
This one girl could have single-handedly came into your life and turned everything you've worked for upside down.
Yeah. But that's why it's important to see people for who they really are. Because people out here will literally let a nobody tear their whole life up.
And it happens all the time. There's women that have full-on successful careers and doing great things. They let this broke-ass man come in and turn their lives upside down. Like, it happens every day.
And then they question themselves.
And it's just to see that it's so easy to happen because, and then that's the thing is, it's deflection, right? Because basically she had it to where everybody was kind of like, Nina's the problem. She's the problem. That she gaslit all of us. And I know that I'm entitled to feeling whatever way I feel. Yeah. Which is why she couldn't gaslight me to say I'm wrong for saying how I feel. I know a lot of other people allow themselves to subject that or let people define how they should feel. But only you can define how you should feel. You can't let somebody else tell you, oh no, you're a bad person for allowing. No.
Yep. So take that as a lesson. There's a bunch of nobodies out here trying to dictate your whole life, and you don't do it. Don't give it to them.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. That's what we got for you this week.
That's it. Okay. Oh, what else is it? We gonna have what? Something else coming up next? Please, there's so much going on.
We got something we gotta look into.
Yeah.
I was gonna speak on this girl Samantha Lambert.
Yeah.
But I feel like we had a lot of questions. I had to send her family member an email to try to get an understanding of what really was going on. because I don't want to make a video and not be educated enough on it to where, and I feel like when you're trying to advocate for something or a situation, you always want to put a call to action, and I just feel like we don't have enough.
But even with that particular situation, I think that it seems like it's a widespread area,
right? And it's something that needs to be spoken on a granular level. Yeah. So I just have to kind of figure out.
I think maybe somebody who is, I don't know, maybe law enforcement, somebody who can really speak on how bad it is within that community. I think that would be the awareness versus just that one particular
But you know what,
case.
a lot of times with stuff like that, they don't want to speak on it because, you know, sometimes they're on the payroll for stuff like that. Like sometimes there's stuff, you know, or they're fearful of losing their jobs or their careers or whatever. Like this, you know, with stuff like that,
you know, they gonna turn their back on certain things now. Come on now. But, you know, maybe a community leader or something like that who could really speak about what's going on in that community. And I think maybe that's more something that we can advocate. Because I don't know if, and we're not going to get into the whole thing, but I don't think we're going to break the case.
No, I don't think, because I feel like if law enforcement hasn't been able to, I don't know. Yeah. I did send the woman some more questions to see if she had answers to them. Yeah. And then based off that, then we'll go from there.
Yeah. But it's an international problem. It's not just a one.
That's another thing, because it is international. It's happening here in the U.S. as well.
And what we're speaking of is human trafficking.
Yeah. So it's
it's a deeper issue than
it's a big issue. Yeah. And I don't know where to start. Yeah. That's kind of what it is. I don't know where to start.
Yeah. Would you say mopping up the ocean?
I don't want to use the mop to clean the ocean, child.
We ain't got that kind of time, so.
Or even trying to figure out, because you know, if you're gonna help, you want to be able to have like an end.
Effective. Yes.
Like I don't like to just speak on something and then everybody's sitting there like, so what did you want us to do? Right. You know, I want to have an answer to say, okay, this is what we, like literally a call to action, because that's the only time you'll ever see results is if, you know, you have a end goal.
Yes. Yep. So I agree. So let's kind of figure
that out, and then we'll get back to y'all. But thank you all for watching. If I could find a video with the nub, I'm going to add it in here.
Please, I need a good laugh, because that's hilarious. That's a hilarious job. All right, y'all. That's it for this week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.